18 people, and 40 pounds of fentanyl was seized, and that's an amount capable of 190,000 lethal doses. So they said that they were going to be back. They are back. This time the operation is a little bit different, but nonetheless, from Hawkman, from our DA, he says that this is going to become more and more frequent.
Yeah, they're going to keep doing these, I guess what you could call random sweeps out here, and looking for illegal activity, open drug use, and they're saying that if you do drugs here in MacArthur Park, you're susceptible of arrest like we're seeing here today.
If you remain in the area,
and that loudspeaker is still saying that they're on the lookout for illegal drug activities, and that's kind of the whole operation taking place here today.
Yeah, so, and then also for context, the businesses that were raided in MacArthur Park, and we see Norm Langer's Deli right there.
Oh, here we go. We've got people across the street cheering on the street corner over here. They're applauding as the law enforcement is walking by. Let's see if we can try speaking to some of these people. We heard from, as you were saying, the owner of Langer's, Norm, and he was saying that this is a long time coming and that they've had some safety issues. We're live on Fox 11 right now. Can we speak with anyone? Sorry, you look like
you can't speak.
So, what do you think about what you saw here today?
I'm glad they're trying to clean things up.
Are you, do you live in the area, or?
I live in LA, but not down here. We're doing a job down here.
So you were clapping for those members of law enforcement.
We're happy to see them doing stuff, yeah.
Do you think it's going to make a difference?
I certainly hope so, yeah. I mean, if they push out the bad guys, then, there will be better shape.
For sure.
Yeah.
Marlo, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say, I'm noting his shirt. I just profiled him to be in the film industry. Is he there when he said we're doing a job? What's that job for?
Are you in the film industry? Were you here working a job, or?
Maybe.
Okay. I think, we might have an answer there, but
yeah.
We can't talk about it, but
yeah, there's a film truck that's apparently here as well, so you can kind of see what's going on.
Then Matthew, the follow-up is, then this would make it more
you can tell, Marla, that this is we've got a LAPD cruiser looking through the... Wow. I mean, just Hollywood.
Matthew, can we ask you one more question?
Seems like
the film truck that was there, did that come post?
Muy buen escrito ahí. Nos cayó allá en la 8 y la Vermont. Se llevaron a un hombre entre unos arriba.
When we arrived before the raid,
okay.
Sometime before the raid, so they were here nearby, about a block from here. But several people on the street corner were cheering, and it sounds like he was one of them.
Yeah, well, it would make it safer.
Exactly. And it seems like things are kind of winding down here. We still see all the police cars and lots of people with their phones out, but I believe we're going to be setting up for a press conference here momentarily.
Looking up, I was struck by the words from the LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman about how he wants to be out there for the upcoming holidays and bring his family, and this was once sort of an iconic place to go. I mean, talk about a fall from grace, right, Matthew? Looking MacArthur Park up, and the history of it. There are headlines from many, many years ago that describe it as from swamp to the Champs-Élysées of LA. And this all originated in the 1880s, and then in the 1920s when it got a revitalization. And it was sort of the turning point in the 1970s, an economic decline and a crime era. That's when that all happened. This followed World War II. So just to sort of hear about the history of MacArthur Park, and it sort of ebbs and flows between swamp-ish conditions, as it was described in this article I'm reading, to now to more of a Central Park, which is what our DA described it as, to now what it is. And even when we see the aerial shots, it looks to be, it's pretty to see the lake down below, but then just to see it sort of overrun by the crime and all of the illegal activity, it's very sad. So the fact that they are working to clean it up is a good thing.
Exactly, yeah. And if you speak with anyone out here, they will say kind of what you're alluding to, that MacArthur Park used to be a place that families could go to and have picnics on a Sunday, and it was a place that people would feel safe. And unfortunately, over the last few decades anyway, that has changed. And I think a lot of people have unfortunately started to accept that change, and that's just the way MacArthur Park is. Same you could say with Skid Row. But it sounds like they're trying to put an end to that assumption, and they're trying to make a difference right now.
Got it.
Make MacArthur Park safe again.
And of course, there's the critics who would say criminalizing, I'm going to say homelessness. Many of these people, we don't know their story if they are homelessness, but obviously they are. If you're in, as you pointed out, open air drug activity there in MacArthur Park, that is against the law.
Yeah, I mean, open drug use is against the law, and I feel like, it's kind of become a thing here where people can accept it at this section of the park for whatever reason. It's been happening for a while, and they're trying to change that.
All right, we are going to take our 2-minute break here on the Fox Local Stream. So Olin Martinez behind the camera, Matthew Seedorf, our reporter there on the ground. Stick with us, and we'll return to our live coverage here. And
ellos se dedican a por lo que son juguetitos también. Y un poquito más. Así que aquí andamos. Ahorita por eso están en el perímetro. Ahorita todo lo que es el MacArthur Park tienen full. Estamos en Los Ángeles, California, exactamente Los Ángeles, California. Gracias a toda la gente del Tac Tac, chicos. Regálenme un minuto.
Hay varios helicópteros aquí sobrevolando el área, donde está llevando operativo aquí en el MacArthur Park de Rosa. Muchas gracias a toda la raza que está uniendo al en vivo. ¿Qué buscan? No sé qué buscan, no tengo también toda esa información. Gracias, mi gente. Esto lo están preguntando, están llegando, mira, ahí está anclado el comentario. Ahí está anclado el comentario, los que quieran preguntar qué está pasando. Ahí está anclado el comentario por nuestra moderadora Yadi. Así que por favor, tómense la molestia de leer un poquito del comentario, por favor, para que vean exactamente dónde es que estamos ubicados en la raza. Pero gracias a toda la raza que está uniendo al en vivo de Abel Esteley. Creo que ahí tenemos al DJ, entonces el DJ. Asquerosa, chequense nada más, se está llevando este gran operativo aquí en el MacArthur Park. Miren, ya están regresando, miren. Ya están regresando del área donde estaban. Miren, ya están regresando, chequense nada más. Ya están regresando. Hola, buenas tardes ahí, buenas tardes a todos. Creo que ya se van, mi raza. Al parecer, creo que ya se van. Al parecer, no estamos seguros si ya se van. Pero se están yendo para ese área. No sé si ya se van a ir ahorita. Yadi, te encargo por ahí, Yadi, por ahí, te encargo esos comentarios. Gracias mi gente por estar subiendo acá en el vivo de Abel Esteley, raza. Pues vuelvo a repetir una vez más, se está llevando este operativo aquí en el MacArthur Park, en la calle 7 y la Alvarado, mi raza. Está la DEA, está el LAPD, no sé, otras corporaciones también involucradas también aquí en este operativo.
Bring me a couple pieces. One.
Sí, los verdes, no son los verdes, no.
Today they are doing a sweep of MacArthur Park. It's about 35 acres, by the way, and they've been walking that and putting people under arrest for illegal drug activity. So there's a better shot of the podium. I see the podium now, clear as day. So we are waiting for this to start, and we're going to get an update from our team on the ground. Olin Martinez behind the camera. Matthew Seedorf is the reporter who has been doing a great job sort of giving us the lay of the land as all of this unfolds live on the Fox local stream. The DEA there setting up their microphones. We obviously have a microphone there, and we look forward to hearing from everyone involved in today's raid. No word on number of arrests that have happened. We've seen some people taken into custody and then released. We did get to talk to one of those LAPD officers, and he was asked why the cuff and release, and he basically said, oh, these two people were just involved in a fight that we broke up, and it didn't seem that either one hit the other, so there was no crime involved. They were just detained for a moment and released. We look forward to getting some of the updated numbers. It looks like they're doing a mic check. Let's check in with Matthew Seedorf. Can you hear me? Matthew, there you are. You're outside Langers. What's the latest?
Yeah, so we're about a half block from that press conference they're setting up there. We have another camera over there from Gino and Nick. So we're just trying to spread out, and you can see that Hollywood crew still here. They were kind of discreet with what they're shooting, but they were shooting something on this block, and they're kind of, saw some of them applauding law enforcement as they were walking by. You can still see some people out here with their phones, very interested with what was going on, and then dozens of police cars, and still lots of law enforcement here, and all the roads still closed down. You can see down Alvarado right now. Police have this road closed in all directions, really surrounding MacArthur Park. So think about that if you're driving in the area for sure. But it seems like this will probably be wrapping up right after the press conference. But a lot of people kind of just wondering, walking around right now in this area, wondering what happened if they have their phones out and they're recording. But as you said, we saw, I'd estimate at least 10 people put in handcuffs. We saw a couple that were released, but I'm interested to see, the official numbers in this press conference coming up.
Okay, well, our colleague Nick Garcia, he has another news from MacArthur Park. He's live because he was there for another story, a business that was set to open up, an actor linked to Mean Girls. He was trying to open up a business. He got broken into in MacArthur Park. So, Nick, now you've turned your attention to the raid there. What are you hearing?
Right, Marla, it happened just in front of us. I want to take a note, though. The press phase of this operation. Phase 1 was we dismantled the leadership of the 18th Street Gang. Phase 2 was to go after the drug dealers and suppliers at MacArthur Park. We did that last month. You guys saw that. And now we're on phase 3. And phase 3 will be a consistent law enforcement presence in the park to enforce state law, which prohibits people from being under the influence of narcotics and possessing drugs with the intent to use them. That is critical. We have to address the demand if we want to clean up the park. I'm going to keep my comments brief. This is, again, not a one and done. It's an ongoing operation. We're so excited to have, again, the partnership of the district attorney who is able to enforce the state laws, which we can't. One other thing I want to just announce. The President and the Attorney General announced the Model Cities Initiative. This is key. This is going to provide up to $300 million in assistance for local law enforcement. You've seen what the President's done in Washington, D.C. We want to do the same here in L.A. So I'm officially informing LAPD and the City of L.A. that they are eligible to apply for this. We'd like to work with them, and we'd like to get them some federal dollars so they can boost their efforts here in the city of LA. And let's get LA cleaned up for everyone so we can enjoy the games. Thank you guys so much. And next, I'd like to bring Tony up, who's the special agent in charge of the DEA.
Good afternoon. I want